the making of this show was so intense, and it was so bit by bit, so layered. We had all the tech there. The screen was there from day one. The cameras, the mics, everything was there from day one. And we had 8 weeks, which is way longer than anything I've ever done before. So Jamie would say things like, give me a draft, just do something. So you do something, then give me another draft, you do something else. And bit by bit, you layer it up. And then, you chip away at it and you work things out and all the rest of it. So it organically became this sort of thing where you don't quite know where you end and the character starts and vice versa. And so that's true of working with the sort of the three of them plus Shana McPherson and Hannah Yun Chamberlain, who's our camera operator, and young Norma, is that it's kind of the idea of doing the show without them is impossible to comprehend. I couldn't imagine that. It's kind of fascinating because when you transfer something like this, and it's something, particularly the way the show is made and the way it's directed, everything is very precise, and there are like 1,000 layers. And so your scope for sort of freedom and roaming around, as it were, and like mixing it up every night is none, because that would just detract from everything that we do. So I thought that like the main part of my job here would be to just maintain what we found in London. But actually, there's something about New York and Broadway and the Broadway audiences, and there's just something about it that has meant the show has sort of evolved in its own interesting way. And I think Max has sort of developed in a more emotional way. I think it's sort of the whole show is sort of fleshed out a little bit, just very organically, bit by bit. But I think it has, in an emotional way, fleshed out. And I think Max is very much part of that.